This book holds all the written reviews, and it's right in here. This play is Games Afoot by Ken Ludwig, and I was interviewing the director, Harriet Mittelberger, at the Old Town Playhouse. And I filmed and wrote the review on January 17, 2014. It was a fabulous cast of actors and actresses, filled with wonderful colors and costumes. So, let's hear the interview.
What other show have you directed of
The Tour Boy? None of Ken Ludwig. I haven't ever directed him before.
You just enjoy his...
I just have seen his shows and I've laughed so hard. I love how he writes. He's so witty, he's so smart, and he's so funny. I think I saw my first show out east in Maryland at the Only Theater, and lent me a tenor, and it was so funny. It was wonderful.
They did that show here, I think it was around 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Phil Murphy was in it.
Anyway, I just love his writing. And then I love Sherlock Holmes. I did the Sherlock Holmes, The Final Adventure.
You did that in the studio?
In the studio,
mm-hmm.
Yes. And so the chance to do this again was like the best of both things, so I wanted to do it.
Oh, that's true.
And also, there's a lot of special effects. The mistake I made, I think, was saying I would set design and direct. I will never do that again.
Oh, so show, you did the set design?
I did, but I had a lot of help. I did the basic set design, and the difficult thing is that we were, a lot of people helped on this. I had the basic design done, but people came in and I said I want it to be Art Deco, and so they really worked the Art Deco part so that it could be good. You know,
so
really.
Why do you say that it was a mistake? You're
it's hard because
it was just taking you in two different directions.
Oh, all the time, yeah. Figuring out there's so many devices in this that are difficult. Knife stabbings, snow, the revolve on the stage, getting all the special cues in, and then the farce with the actors, doing the work with the actors, and one of them would have been enough, believe me. So, but I'm very happy with the way the set turned out. We were literally, though, fighting for inches because of the space that we're in. I've seen lots of copies of the show on Facebook, but they're all on huge stages that have lots and lots of things that they can do. Yeah, and this stage is not like that.
I would see it. I would see it completely the opposite. That this play would probably be handily well produced on a small stage.
I actually think it's better on a small stage.
On a small stage.
I really do. Ken Ludwig said it takes place in a castle, but it shouldn't look like a castle. It should look like a mansion, Art Deco, Erreca, that's how it should be. And instead of that, most of the productions are in huge, massive spaces that look like castles, so wood and timber and
Have you ever been to Hearst Castle?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, well, they have the one main room, but it's really not that big. You know, and that's kind of what comes to my mind. You know, if this was to be a film, that would be a great space to be able to film this particular play in that particular room at Hearst Castle.
But one of the lines the actors say is, "My God, this is where God would live if he could afford it." So it's supposed to be as opulent, as over the top as you can make it, and I think that they've done a really, really good job. And as I said, I'm sending pictures to Ken Ludwig. I want him to see that we met him last summer. He gave me his email and said, "Send me pictures."
Where did you meet Ken at?
We met him at Horizons Bookstore. He was doing a book signing.
In Traverse City?
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
He was here. His book had just come out, How to Teach Children Shakespeare, How to Teach Your Children Shakespeare. And so he was doing a book signing, and we all went to talk with him about the show. And so he gave me his card and said, "I want pictures." I said, "Okay, you're going to get pictures," and he is, because I think he's going to really love how this looks.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. And I think he's going to love the acting too.
Yeah.
because I've got some really good people.
So who are the cast members?
Well, Jan Dalton plays William Gillette, who played Sherlock Holmes.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote the story of Sherlock Holmes.
Pretty amazing character.
Oh yeah, he was
Gillette.
four patents. He did 1,300 performances of the play that he wrote. I mean, he's an incredible person.
He was an incredible talent. Yes.
He was. Mm-hmm. He was. He gave the American stage a lot of prestige from his acting. Mm-hmm. And then Felix, his best friend, is played by Joe Kilpatrick. Mm-hmm. And so they're kind of buddies in this, which is nice.
No, I think both those guys were in the Sherlock Holmes play that you directed as well, right?
No, they both weren't. Joe was.
Oh, it was just Joe.
Just
it
Joe.
was just
but
Joe.
they
That's
both
right.
were in.
It was Phil Callahan.
It was Phil Callahan. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, right.
That's right.
And but for the Drawer Boy, they were both in the Drawer Boy, which I did 2 years ago.
And you directed that show.
Yes.
Now the Drawer Boy.
Okay.
Now was that a great show?
Thank you.
That was brilliant, right? It was, when I first read that, I went, this is going to be one of the best shows in the entire season at the Cleveland Playhouse, and then it turned out to be exactly that. It was a brilliant production, very nice. Best
really
work that Joe Kilpatrick ever did.
Thank you. I am so proud of them. I was so proud of them and what they did. All of them, all three, they were just wonderful. They were great.
Oh yeah.
I loved that show.
It was a great show.
Just fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was pretty wonderful.
So you have some other actors in this show.
Oh yes, I do. Yes, Bernadette. I'm going to say her name wrong. Gruposo.
That sounds pretty good.
Okay, that's the mother. She plays Martha, the mother. Jamie Moyers plays Daria Chase, the film critic.
Now Jamie, this is the first time she's back here at the Old Town Playhouse in the last 2 years or 3 years or more.
Yeah, it's been a while for her.
Mm-hmm. It's good to see her again.
It is. And then Meg Parker, who was in Ideal Husband, she plays Aggie, and also Chris Boyer, who was also an Ideal Husband, plays Simon.
That's right.
And they're a couple. And
now, who's the actress that plays the wife of Joe?
Oh, Susan McConnell.
And she's in this play as well.
Yes, yes. Oh, and I'm forgetting Teddy House, who plays the inspector.
Now, the inspector, he doesn't come until Act 2,
It's a she,
right?
yes.
Or
she, yes.
She?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, she's the only new additional actor that comes in Act 2.
Yes. Susan has acted for the Playhouse before. Teddy has never acted. She's new to the Playhouse.
Oh.
But with another woman, Josephine Zara, and myself, we started a Reader's Theater in Glen Arbor, and both Susan and Teddy are in that Reader's Theater. Oh. And I wanted them both to come and audition, and they did it. And then I found out Susan had already been here. She'd been working here a while ago, and so I knew Teddy would be a great resource. She's a wonderful character actress, and you guys are going to love her. She's wonderful. Great.
And she's the inspector.
Yes, and she can do everything. She can sew, she can do PR.
That's wonderful.
She's going to be a great addition.
So, what has this production? You had a preview last night. Has this met your aspirations?
Yes, it has. We still have a few technical difficulties, but I think that they are going to be taken care of tonight. I'm pretty sure they will be.
This is opening night tonight?
This is opening night, yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel great. I'm very excited. I'm nervous. I'm kind of nervous because I'm afraid we won't get a big audience because the weather isn't good. But
I always felt really wasn't the size of an audience. It was as long as there even 2 people were thrilled with the production, and that's good.
Right. Last night I was surprised by having such a large turnout for the dress rehearsal. That was really great, and they were responding, and I was really happy to finally have an audience and see what's working. I was really happy about that.
Harriet, thank you very much for sharing a little bit about this production that is going to be going up opening night. Do you have anything to say to any other aspiring director out there that wants to produce this play in the future?
I would say it's harder than you think it is, but it's so much fun. The process will be great. The process will be great. It will be worth the trouble.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Harriet.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.